About 8 common Instagram mistakes to stop making in 2024.
There's so many of us. Instagram is very much saturated with a lot of experts, a lot of coaches, a lot of different people that are talking about similar things. If you're holding back, if you're using these catch-all terms to describe what it is you do, the transformations that you offer, even your opinions, then you're not going to stand out.
It's so well known that people do that as a hack that it just feels sleazy. It doesn't come across as authentic. It almost makes me just not even want to read the comments. I feel like that person really is just trying to get noticed, where maybe they don't even follow you, they're just trying to get that follow back. It's just not going to work these days.
It's better to comment 10 comments and engage with 10 different accounts in a real and true way than just getting carpal tunnel in your fingers and going overboard.
I love it.
Today we're discussing 8 common Instagram mistakes that we want you to stop making. You hear some different aspects in regards to Instagram mistakes, but you might not even know some of them that you're making. With the one and only question that I have today, what is a common Instagram mistake to stop making in 2024?
So my first mistake really is really teaching people how to engage in an effective way. And I think such a huge mistake that is so easy to get mixed up with is over commenting. Just saying, okay, I'm going to engage, so let me just comment on 100 different people's posts, and then good for the day, okay, great. And that's where honestly I've seen the most amount of social media managers in particular get action blocked, because it's oh, you commented on 400 accounts. No. So really, and that is just engaging with people that you actually want to engage with. It's really not quantity over quality in this case. It really is commenting, and commenting not just cute, love it, that's the best. Really things that people are going to read, because whenever I see, especially on any of my clients, if I see love it, that looks great, okay, great, I know.
Yeah.
So I think just really, really emphasizing how it's better to comment 10 comments and engage with 10 different accounts in a real and true way than just getting carpal tunnel in your fingers and going overboard.
I love it.
Yeah, you want to avoid any carpal tunnel by any means necessary.
It's for you and for your Instagram.
Yeah, but that's a really great piece of advice, because we usually hear people say, okay, if you have 15, 20 minutes, just go ahead and comment as much as you can. But that's a really great point, because if you comment too much, you're definitely getting action blocked. Right.
And it's, again, and I've done it too. I've done the fingers thing, and it's just slow down. It's better anyways.
Yeah, so mine is that doesn't really have anything to do with engaging, because I know we've got a lot of other experts that can talk more about that. But for me, it's really something that you're all going to start seeing in my own content as well. And just for context, I've had my content now for 4 years, right? So I've got a big program, and I also do one-to-one. But for me, the mistake that maybe it's not a mistake, but something I want to remind you not to do, is to stop censoring yourself on Instagram. What this means by censoring is that they're not showing up as who they are. You're trying to copy other content that you're seeing that's working for other creators or other influencers or other entrepreneurs. And unfortunately, it's holding you back, and it's also holding back your growth and your sales. So I know it's difficult, especially in the beginning. Trust me, I was not very confident when I started on Instagram. I was awkward. I was soft-spoken, and I still made 6 figures my first year, right? So I think there's a lot to be said about really just coming to the table prepared to talk about what you believe in, how you think, so that people that think that way and believe in what you believe start to become attracted to you. So really stop with the umbrella terms and the catch-all terms, and just get really specific about what it is you do and what you believe in.
That's a great one that we don't hear about a lot in regards to kind of just being yourself online. We focus so much on copying others in a way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, kind of circling back here to the first one from Sam, but a little bit different. I call it engagement bombing. This hack that people used to say you should do of, going to somebody's page and you 10 of their posts, on 3 of their posts, you respond to 1 story. One, it's not even easy to see that anymore because of the way that notifications are grouped. We can categorize it so we can see all the likes, just all of the comments, etc. But if you don't do that, you just go into your notifications, you just see everything together. So you wouldn't actually be noticed that way. And two, it's so well known that people do that as a hack that it just feels sleazy. It doesn't come across as authentic. It almost makes me just not even want to read the comment. Like, don't really care to connect more because I feel like that person really is just trying to get noticed, where maybe they don't even follow you, they're just trying to get that follow back, and it just feels really inauthentic. So that engagement bombing of going overboard at one time on one account, just hoping that they're going to follow because you gave them a little bit of attention, it's just not going to work these days.
That's such an old school tactic that it just doesn't work anymore. That's a great one. I like the term engagement bombing. I've never heard that one before, but
Yeah,
I like that.
Something that I think a lot of us have heard or maybe even done in the past. And yes, it used to work better because not everyone was doing it, and because of the way notifications were set up.
My first Instagram mistake to stop this year, and it's something that I actually did myself. It was a mistake that I've learned from. At one point in time, I was posting nothing but reels. I was doing a reels challenge. One of my reels actually went viral. It ended up hitting 300,000 views. And when that happened, I made the biggest mistake of not having my profile optimized for what would actually happen if I went viral, because I didn't know that was going to actually occur. I probably gained about 5,000 followers and I made 0 sales and got 0 new subscribers on mailing lists because none of that stuff was ready on my profile. And I definitely learned from that mistake. So please optimize your profile so that you could actually, take the benefit of, in case those situations occur, even if they don't occur, if you go viral, you're going to get people visiting your page. So you want to make sure that you're set up in a manner that when they visit your page, they might actually, jump into an offer that you have, whether it's a product or a service. And if you're not even able to sell, that's perfectly fine, because to me, I think the biggest currency on the internet is email. Because if you don't get them to purchase at that point in time, you could possibly sell to them later because you got their email address. Nowadays, if you go to my profile, I have it all pinned, and I have different pins on my Reel tab and then different pins on my main tab. So even if they switch between the different areas, there's something there that I'm offering them as a product or service or as a freebie. We're going to get back into our conversation. We got 4 more common Instagram mistakes that we want to cover with you guys.
But I'm curious to know from everybody in the audience, give us either a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you've ever received notifications that felt a little bit spammy like that. Just thumbs up if yes, you have been like, oh, I think this is a spammy.
I always know that they're coming in because I'll have just closed the app and then it'll have all these notifications. And I'm like, there's definitely somebody.
Yep. Yeah, you get that vibe, you get that sense.
Definitely worked 10 years ago.
Yeah, absolutely.